I do not have motivation every day to go to fucking CrossFit. Like, CrossFit is fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like, I had franchisees that were telling on me to corporate, like, oh my God, we can't believe this. He's saying how much he makes. Oh my God. And I'm just like, one, it has nothing to do with you. Like, this is my business. Like, I don't know, how does this make you feel insecure? They made like a big thing on Twitter. Twitter was at like 15 million in 2 days, and then TikTok. Yeah, it was bad. I have news stories hitting me up. The reason why I do it is because I have somewhere I gotta go. Yeah. I have somebody that's dependent on me that's not even here. Like I'll have a kid in the future. Like at some point I'll have a kid. They're depending on me and they're not even here, type of thing. But somebody approaches me and they're talking about partnership and shit, bro. Get the fuck out. So the Gen Z, what I would say if I could go back and start when I was, let's say, 17 or 8 is.
Welcome back to another episode. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. But if you're new here, my name is David.
I'm Justin.
I'm Cyrus.
And this is the Pure Intentions Podcast, home of the latest and most interesting conversations you will see in Gen Z. And today we have a very special guest. We know you guys love the guest episodes, but this one is a very big heavy hitter, man, doing some really incredible things. Today we have Mr. Tommy Wright, the youngest franchisee of Subway, among the many other things that he's done that have been incredible. But Mr. Wright, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, man. Well, first off, I appreciate you guys for having me, man. Yes, I know it's been a long time coming, and I finally got a couple minutes from my store that I can come, give our game, and I appreciate you guys for giving me the platform to be able to speak on it. So yeah, I mean, you did a great introduction, man. I don't think I really got any more.
Thank you for coming.
We're going to dive into it, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
Dap it up, bro.
Let's go ahead and dive into it, man.
But yeah, man. So this is a guy, man, I've known for what was it? 4th grade, probably.
Yeah.
We went to the same school for different schools. Same thing with Justin. I don't think Cyrus did, but I've only seen greatness from this dude. Like, it just seems like yesterday when this man was the fastest dude on the field on Wadsworth, taking the ball down, like, and everybody was watching, bro, and everybody knew that he was at the top of the game at that point. So to see you do all of this stuff that you've done and that you're continuing to do it's kind of normal to me. Like, it's what I expect of somebody of that has displayed what you displayed. So just starting it off, bro, like, what got you into entrepreneurship? Because some people start 18, 20 years old, but like, when did you start with that?
I'm not one of those people that, like, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that were like, I was always an entrepreneur. I used to sell snacks at school, and that was never me. What I was doing was I was a really hard worker. I've been working since I was 14, 15. So I was just working hard because I always wanted money. I never wanted to ask my mom for anything or, ask family members or anything like that. So I was just working a lot, and I was working hard, throughout high school and all that. So when I went to college and I started to actually hate college football, I'm in the game, I'm lining up. I swear to God, I'm in the game, I'm lining up. And I'm just like, man, I cannot wait to go to my dorm. Like, I was like really hating football. And the switch from high school football to college football, it goes from leisure and pleasure to straight business. Oh, yeah. And if you don't love the sport, like if you don't love the sport, or if you don't love the path that the sport is going to take you enough, then you're not going to want to do it. So I was at that point where I was starting to watch more podcasts and learn how life actually worked. And when I started to realize, like, hey, I can actually, make more money and get the ththings that I actually do want without having to risk my body, without having to, listen to orders be barked at me by a coach, without having to do that stuff, I realized, like, I didn't have a love for the game. All I wanted was what I thought the game would take me, and I thought it would, I'd be a millionaire with a big house and, baddest girl, and, what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was chasing. And when I realized that, I didn't need to play sports to get that. That's kind of where the entrepreneurial mind started to, be birthed.
Nice. Man, let's go to the college football, bro. I went to college for football too, bro. And I stopped playing that shit, bro. Like, I don't think people really understand the business behind that shit, bro.
Yeah, so it's like it's different. It's different points of view. Like, some people will say it's real political and yada yada yada. I wasn't one of those players. Like, I played, like, I was a true freshman. I was like one of 3 true freshmen on the team. I was their highest recruit that they've ever had. 'Cause I was supposed to go to SEC. I wasn't supposed to go to App State. I was gonna go to Tennessee. But I didn't really have that. Oh, it's so political. The coaches are against me. Like how people say that. I've never had that. It wasn't that. It's just if you don't really have a love for it, the things that you have to put in for it's just not worth it, in my opinion. Because the one thing you can't get back that I hold valuable than anything else is time. So if I'm not gonna waste 4 years of my life to do something I don't think I want to do, or just go through the motions of stuff. So if you're not really into it, then there's no point. There's no point in doing it unless you really just love the game, man.
Yeah. So when you stopped, like, how was that transition? Were you like sad?
Because you've been playing your whole life, right?
Yeah. Well, since I was 10, so pretty much. But that, honest and truly, I thought it would be a lot harder than it was because I thought that was my identity. I thought it was going to be a big identity shift. Like, oh, I'm a football player. I don't know what to do now. I don't have football anymore. It wasn't like that. As soon as I came home, I went right back to working where I was before I went to college, and I just started the entrepreneur grind. Like I had little moments where I started to miss it, but between like a whole year of me actually leaving App State, I was thinking about leaving. So it's not like I was just one day I want to be here, then one day I don't want to be here, then left. It wasn't like that. It was like a gradual, like over a year, over 6 months. So when I actually did it, this thing wasn't as hard. So it wasn't like a big shocking thing when I actually transitioned though, because I had time to prepare.
Yeah. So when you were first seeing those things about entrepreneurial opportunities, your affinity to that came from just the fact that you could make an unlimited amount of money based off of yourself, or just money in general based off of yourself and not with anybody else. It wasn't anything in your childhood that planted the seed or anything like that.
No, I don't believe so. Both my parents are entrepreneurs though, but going from high school to college, like I was gonna try to redshirt my freshman year just so I can be eligible to get my MBA for free, so I wouldn't have to pay for it. So I was on track to be the best employee ever. Like I don't think that's what it was, because like I said, I didn't have that entrepreneur seed like growing up. Like I'm on my own business because my parents do. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. It's just how I am is I have extreme confidence in myself. Like in anything I do, I have extreme confidence. So when I saw other people doing it, I was like, why can't I do it? You know what I mean? So, but like every entrepreneur goes to, and Alex Hormozy says this all the time, it's like uninformed optimism, where you hear so many people doing all these things, and you're like, you know what? I can do that. And you go and try to do it, then you get to informed pessimism. Then you're like, okay, this shit's hard as fuck. So now that's where you kind of weed out the people, is like the people that are actually entrepreneurs that are serious, or people that are actually bullshitting. So I never got to the point of informed pessimism and then stopping. Because I felt like that at that point, you're kind of just like restarting a clock over and over again. Every endeavor that you try, you just restart a clock. Because you're going to suck when you start. You're going to suck before you get good. And then when you get good, it's going to be like, okay, this is easy. But you keep starting that clock over, you actually never move forward. It's like running in place on a treadmill. So so that's pretty much how I roll now.
Yeah.
I got that problem.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I've never heard those words, uninformed optimism and informed pessimism.
Yeah, everybody has when you scroll on TikTok and you see the 18-year-olds in Lambos, and you're like, what do they do? Oh, I wholesale. Oh shit, let me wholesale.
Exactly.
Let me wholesale. You make $30K a month, let me wholesale. Oh shit, you made $50K on a deal, let me wholesale. So that's the uninformed optimism, where you're like, oh, this is so easy. Oh, they can do it, I can do it. And then when you get into it, oh, you have to make 600 cold calls a day. Oh shit. Oh, you have to drive around for 3 hours to go find a deal. Oh shit. That's informed pessimism. Yeah. So you're like, okay, so now I understand that this shit is actually hard. I don't know if I want to do this. And then at that point, you make a decision like, hey, I'm gonna stick with it, grind it out, or this is not for me. Let me go and start the wheel over and go back into uninformed optimism and start the next thing. So that's how a lot of people are.
So
now.
It's better to just commit and then lock in and go there instead of
bro, just do the same thing.
Yeah, because there's nothing that you get into it where you see instant success and it stays instant success. It's not gonna be like that. Like I've had a business where I started and then like the first check, let's say the first month I got like $1,000, and then 2 months later I got $5,000, and then 3 months later I got $10,000, $12,000 checks. In hindsight, that sounds great, but like sitting in it for those months, you're like, bro, I'm not making no money. I don't know what to do. But if I would have stopped, then I would have never been, got to the point where I was making $40,000 a month. I would have never been able to get to that point. So it doesn't make sense. The more you learn, the more you earn, and I feel that in every respect of any industry. The more you learn, the more you earn, because you'll just get better and better if you just keep going.
I remember always seeing like your highlight. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. I'm always seeing you pop up on my feed for your football highlights. How you think football translates to entrepreneurship, or does it at all?
I think the small part of it of discipline, But honestly, truly, I don't think football is very. I don't think football is discipline oriented. And the only reason I say that is you got a little bit. Yeah, you got to go to workouts. Yeah, you got to do this. But bro, like the people that are actually in college, they will smoke weed. They will drink their ass off. Like it's not that much discipline in football as I would say like boxing or like CrossFit. So I boxed like amateur boxing and everything. So I boxed for like strong 2 years, and that shit is way different. That's more like business than damn football. Because it's like, bro, you don't go to sleep the night before. And with my coach was fucking hell, bro. Like you don't go to sleep the night before, you gonna feel that shit in the morning. You eat bullshit the day before, you gonna feel that shit in the morning. So like it was straight discipline. So I think boxing had more discipline in it to where I can transition that into business, where I don't feel like I want to do something that I know I need to do for my business. And I'm like, you know what, let me just knock that shit out. It's the same way with boxing. Whereas like I don't feel like going to this workout, or we got 3 miles to go run. I don't feel like doing this shit, but I still got to go knock this shit out. So I think that transition more than football. I don't think football really had a lot to do in my with like my entrepreneur journey. I don't think so.
Okay.
That's powerful. Like, what got you into boxing? And when was this?
This was right after I left. So maybe this maybe 4 months after I left school. Back in 2021. And I think I started like in that January. So it was like 6 months after I left school. I just wanted to stay in shape, honestly. And I was like, I'm gonna learn to fight for real. You know what I mean? So I went and did that, and it just so happens that the coach that I chose, he's also entrepreneur minded. So we would have these talks and stuff. But he also is a hell of a coach. Like it was boxing, but it was conditioning like a motherfucker. Like he was one of the boxing coaches where like you're not gonna just hit a bag and we're gonna hit miss. No, we're gonna hit a bag, hit miss, run 3 miles, come back in, finish on the bag, and then go back and run again. Like that's like he was like one of those coaches. And I was there every single time he had practice. I think it's a handful of times I've ever missed, and it was because of something business related. But I was there every single time. I saw my body transform. I learned how to fight for real. Had amateur fights, and I learned a lot from him. Like that was the first place I ever went and spoke. That was the first place I've ever went and actually spoke. He was like, hey, I want you to talk to the kids, because I was doing my entrepreneur thing. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm thinking it's sweet, it's cool. Yeah. Man, I got up there, I stuttering, didn't know what to say. I had a whole plan before I even went up there about what I was gonna say, forgot all that shit. And it was just like, it was just, I learned a lot from there, and I'm grateful that I had him as like a coach and a friend, because I learned a lot, like boxing wise, discipline wise, best shape of my life. And then I learned how to speak. I spoke like 4 or 5 times at that gym. So I learned how to speak. So right now I can speak well on the podcast or on stages when I go and speak at schools or whatever, because of where I started, and he was my foundation.
Yeah, that's powerful, bro. It's like right time, right place, type of thing.
That's
like,
that's just how my life unfolded, bro. I'm nothing but blessed.
Yeah,
destiny.
Yeah, nothing but blessed, bro.
Most definitely. That's powerful, bro. But getting back into like the entrepreneurship, like what was the first actual venture that you chose to indulge in?
Like when I said I was watching podcasts and Uninformed Optimism, I saw Pushman Mitch. Pushman Mitch owns, hella car rentals and all that good stuff, right? So I was like, fuck it. Oh, man. As soon as I leave school, I'm finna go get a car and rent it out. And I'm somebody that's like, I'm an executor. Like I think about stuff, but I execute more than I think. Like I'm gonna do it. I figured it out on the way, right? So I left school maybe within 2 weeks. I went and bought a Toyota Prius, all cash. I had some money saved up. Went and bought a Toyota Prius. It was like $6,000 or something. Put that thing right on hire car. Boom. I did not buy a course or anything before that, so I kind of just went strictly off of YouTube. And the car ended up blowing a head gasket because I had a mobile mechanic change the oil. He knocked something off, and the whole car basically fucking blew up. And I lost maybe like $4,000. That was within maybe 3 months of me having it. So that was the failure one. That was failure one. But before I left school, I actually started something that was called asset recovery, and that shit was like, I didn't make money from that till like month 5 or month 6, and that was after the car and everything. So I was like month 5, month 6. But when I started rolling. Like I was hitting 1,000, and the next check was 4,000, and the next check was 5, and then 13, 15, and it was just and then out. Look up, I was in $40,000, $50,000 months. So that's how that happened. But 90% of people would have stopped within that 5 months that I was doing that shit.
They ain't seen no success.
Yeah, so that's those were the first two.
You did drop shipping?
No.
Oh, you never did drop.
Thought about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thought about it.
What is asset recovery?
So in a nutshell, let's say like somebody get foreclosed on a house, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a sector of real estate. It's not wholesaling though. Somebody gets foreclosed on a house. The house was worth $100,000, right? And it goes to the foreclosure auction and sells for $200,000. They only had $100 left on the house, but it sold for $200,000. That $100,000 difference is supposed to go back to the previous owner, but a lot of them don't know that. So what I did was I learned the process, bought a course, and I went and got a team of attorneys in different states. And I got my business rolling. I had to cold call people, which sounds like bullshit. It sounds like a scam. Like I'm calling you, telling you, yeah, you got $100,000. You're old. The fuck. Like it just, that's where I really learned how to cold call and sell and all that good stuff. But that's pretty much all it is. Just getting the money back to the people that got foreclosed on. That's what it was.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow. That's my first time hearing that too.
Yeah. So I was making bank, bro. I was making bank, but it wasn't as stable for me. Like I didn't like how it was because it's hard to scale, and I don't want to waste my time, doing that. Because I could have just not bought a Subway. I could have just kept doing that shit, making $30,000-$40,000 a month. Like I could have just kept doing that shit. But I want to do things now that either will build me up for the future, or I want to have like my own lane and something that I can really put out there. And I feel like that wasn't that. So I sacrificed making $30,000-$40,000 a month to making you see how much I make on TikTok, making $5,000 or $6,000 a month. With just that, so
you on the come up though. I've been watching the videos. First video, he was like less than 1,000.
Yeah. It's all right, man. I didn't buy the Subway for the money though, so I really didn't. It was just for the experience, the exposure, and then I wanted to prove myself that I could take a business from this to this in this amount of time, and I did it. And I'm going to do is duplicate the process with other businesses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, bro, I was going to say like. So you was talking about you didn't make money for 5 to 6 months, bro. Yeah. So that's like perseverance and faith, bro. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
And what would you tell aspiring or entrepreneurs coming up, you know what I'm saying, when they're beginning something and they really don't see results and stuff, like what advice would you give to them?
Keep going. I would say give it at least a year. If it's something that you really want to do, I would say give it at least a year before you say, okay, this is probably not for me. I suck. I still suck. But it has to be a year. It has to be a very intentional year. So you can't be like off and on with the business. You can't be like off and on with the skill that you're trying to learn, because then it's not really a full year in my opinion. Exactly. But if you're as much as you would work a 9 to 5, if you're doing that same effort in the business and after a year you see absolutely no traction, no progression, nothing at all, okay, then you can go ahead and try something else. But until you get to that point, then I think you should just keep doing it until you get to a year. Like if I want to start wholesaling right now, I can't count the year until I know that I put in the same amount of hours for 12 months straight and it's just not working for me. Okay, fine. Then maybe that's not your lane. Go do something else. But that's what I'll tell them.
Most times when you look at like how you're talking about give it a year, people will be giving it a year, but if you took like a bird's eye view of their year, they was bullshitting the whole entire time.
100%.
Most people literally put 20 things on the list to do when it's only like 4 or 5 things every single day for you to really push the needle in your shit.
Yeah.
So that year, once you figure out what you really need to be doing, what's going to put some more money in your pocket, that's when that year really start.
Yeah.
And keep being consistent and persevere through that. And like he said, reevaluate after a year. If it's not working, bro, just go to something different, because it's nothing. Like you've done multiple things. Like you just told us 2 things, really 3 things with the franchise. And one thing that I helped you on was the credit.
Yeah, for sure.
Credit ebook.
I didn't bring it up. Yeah,
credit ebook. Yeah, and he was doing amazing stuff.
Man, I remember he was doing this like raffle or something. I had won the raffle. This man brought my credit score up like 30 points in a week. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I remember I did the raffle. Yeah. Nah, I remember. So it's just
like multiple things.
If you're not in it, if you're not really down to be in it, then I mean, just don't do it. Like people that want to dibble dabble in entrepreneurship, this is not something that you dibble and dabble in.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, do it. If you're not gonna do it, save yourself the time and the energy and the heartache and the tears, because that shit sucks. It sucks. No matter how successful somebody looks, they went through a lot of bullshit to get where they are.
Tons.
Doesn't matter. It does not matter. So if you really don't want to be in it, don't do that shit. Just let it go. Like just go ahead, do what you're doing, enjoy your day. Like don't even do that shit. It's very emotionally taxing. Like just go ahead and do whatever you're doing, man.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I talk about entrepreneur mindset. Yeah, because if you have a great mindset going into entrepreneurship, then you can learn how to be consistent and learn how to persevere a lot easier than someone who doesn't. And that's where I think is the first place to start. What would you say your mindset was getting into the venture that you're in now, which is the Subway franchise?
Oh, the Subway? My mindset, I mean, because at this point, I've had successes up until this point, so I have a lot of confidence. Like, I had confidence before I had successes. So when you just put successes on top of already confident, that shit's just fucking, like, you're nobody stopping me. Like, that's just what it is. So when I got it, I knew what I was going to be able to do. I knew what I was going to do. And then after I did it, I was just, like, knocking down the dominoes of the things that I said I was going to do. Sure. So, you know, I said I was going to, you know, take this store. The store was doing, like, 5,000, 6,000, not even 6,000. Really, like, 5,000, 4 to high fives a week in sales. The first month that I had it would push 7, like right out of the gate before I did anything. And then there was a video that I actually created where before I bought the Subway, I think this is like a week before, and I'm like really deep in my shit right now. I'm at my office. It's like midnight. I'm at my office. I have a board, and I just write down everything I'm gonna do to scale the business. So like one of them was like get an influencer to come to my store, review it, or whatever the fuck, right? And another thing was get more catered orders with like KSU and all that stuff. Within the first month, I had KSU orders. I think maybe I did maybe like $4,000 with just KSU in 1 month. Wow. And then with the influencer, I didn't have to get anybody. So I got, Country Wayne does skits in my Subway. So it just fucking happened. That's just how my life is. Like I said, it's nothing but bliss. It should just be happening, man. I ain't gonna lie. It should just be happening. Yeah.
Man, bro, so like let's go to like how did you even like think about buying a Subway?
Yeah.
Like how did that pop up?
I wanted one my own lane because I was heavy in the credit space, like very, everybody, knew me, right? And if you go on Instagram, it's a million motherfuckers in the credit space. Like you scroll, you just see a lot of people. Don't matter if they're good, bad, it's just people. Like, and I hate that shit. I really, really hate that. I don't like being in like groups of people. So I said, okay. What I want to do ultimately is buy, scale, and exit companies. Cool. So I was looking for companies to buy, and I came across some franchises. So it was like Marco's Pizza, Subway, and something else. And I just ended up choosing the Subway. And I was like, it'll be really, really fucking hard for somebody to copy me. It'd be really, really hard for somebody to do this and create a fucking course on it. Like, it'll be really, really hard. So that's why I chose, get a Subway, get a franchise, do my own thing. And right now I'm kind of paving my own lane because nobody's doing what I'm doing. Right. So nobody's doing what I'm like. Nobody's doing it. Like even people that are franchisees don't talk about how much they make. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like I had franchisees that were telling on me to corporate, like, oh my God, we can't believe this. He's saying how much he makes. Oh my God. And I'm just like, one, it has nothing to do with you. Like, this is my business. Like, I don't know how does this make you feel insecure, but
you making more than
doing better than me.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a competition. I swear to God, like, it's not a competition. So that's why I'm fully open with how much the store brings in. One, because I don't rely on that for like my income, honestly. But I have no problem telling people how much they make because I wish that stuff was there when I was looking because it wasn't. Maybe if it was there, maybe I'd have made a different decision. I don't know. But I just want to put it out there, have my own lane and be able to just, push my own content to where they're like, oh, you think about buying a Subway or buying a franchise? You need to go watch his YouTube. You need to go watch his TikTok. Because he talk about this shit all the time. That's what I'm doing now. So that's why I kind of chose Subway, my own lane, own path, do my own thing.
Yeah.
Are you
major, bro?
Are you a contrarian?
Are you talking about Cody Sanchez says that, but I actually don't even know what that is. Give me a definition.
A contrarian, so I'm a contrarian. Basically, when I see the 99% going to do something, I want to be inside of that 1% that's doing something completely different.
Yeah, so I would say, I would say I am. That for sure. Like, just because somebody else is doing it, even if I don't want to go the other way, I'll just go the other way. Yeah, that's how I am. But it's so crazy. I've never actually sat and thought about the definition of, but Cody Sanchez says it all the time.
Yeah, like, it's one of the only labels that I choose to adhere to because it literally just tells you that you are opposite from the masses.
Yeah.
And I think to be opposite from the masses is terrific.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Everybody that you see that is opposite of the masses has all of this great stuff or does all of this great stuff, knows all these great people, has all these great experiences. So I don't see a problem in being that. But what was one of the hardest situations or most difficult situations that you've had at the Subway franchise thus far?
The hardest I would say is I got in a lot of trouble for the first 2 videos that I posted, I got like 20 million views in 2 days across all platforms. Yeah. So I got in trouble for that because it was a lot of people were taking that and it looked like bad publicity for Subway because, you know, I worked all these hours and I only made this much. Oh my God. They made like a big thing on Twitter. Twitter was at like 15 million in 2 days, and then TikTok. Yeah, it was bad. I had news stories hitting me up. I actually had one email me like 2 days ago. Yeah, news stories hit me up. But I don't do those because I know honestly they're gonna screw whatever I say, and I don't need Subway.
Oh, you got in trouble with Subway?
Oh yeah. They had me on their radar, bro. I had meetings with Subway, all kinds of stuff. Like, bro. Yeah, communications team had to have Zoom meetings with them, and all kinds of stuff, bro. Yeah, it was all kinds of stuff, and some of it was warranted. I understand because how my personality is
media training.
Yeah, like how my personality is like I talk like I talk for real. I don't really like, I don't code switch too much. So I cuss. So in the videos I did cuss. I cuss like twice at the end of the video. So I had to delete the video. I was like, oh fuck. Like that. And in some videos I show like the POS system, which is intellectual property. So cool, right? So the first 2 videos that, like I said, like 20 something million views across both platforms, I had to delete. And off that singular view, I made pretty much how much I would make in a month off my Subway off one video. Wow. Just on TikTok. So I was like, so I thought they wanted me to stop making the videos, but that wasn't the case. They just wanted me to switch it around to not, I guess, defy the brand, you know, in a negative way. So that's what I do now. And that's why I give disclaimers like, hey, I'm not a part of the Subway brand. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's how I make my content now, and that probably was the hardest thing. That probably was the hardest thing, trying to overcome that, because it was like I was gonna get lawyers involved, all kinds of stuff. Because I was like, well, I'm gonna say what I want to say, but it wasn't even that serious. I was just being emotional. So they just wanted me to stop cussing and stuff. So that probably was the biggest one,
bro. From like my POV, bro, it's like you like bringing Subway back, bro. You feel me? Like,
because they were like,
I ain't gonna lie to you,
just in the shadows, kind of like, you know, Subway is there, but you talk about Chick-fil-A way more.
Right.
But then you got this guy on TikTok talking about, bro, I got this Subway, I'm making this, I'm doing this, I'm the youngest franchisee, bro. It makes you want to support it and just go after there. And
Subway blocking their blessings.
You can go in my comments. There's people saying like, I don't even like Subway, but just because I see these videos, I'm going in the Subway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully my time comes. I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and say y'all can say it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say you know Subway's tripping. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna keep putting the content that I'm putting out. Maybe someday Subway will be like, hey, let's do a collab with this guy. Maybe I'll get big enough for that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen they've done that with other franchisees that aren't as big as me. So maybe someday they'll say, hey, we'll do some kind of collab with Tommy. Maybe I just got to get bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. So. I feel like I'm doing a positive thing. I do not want to, you know, put Subway in a negative light or anything like that. And I don't think the people that view my videos think that just by looking at my comments. So hopefully one day I'll do some kind of collab with Subway. I don't know.
It's coming for sure.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. Gary Vee talks about how corporate companies on social media, when they're putting out content, when they're thinking about strategic partnerships, they have this huge filter over them. And it's right for them to have it. They're a large company that has to comply with many things, but it also stops them from gaining that exposure from someone like you and doing it the way that you would do it without their guidelines.
Right.
And when you see that smaller company that's like doesn't have that much of a brand to comply with or anything like that, and they do all of these videos that are super creative to their niche, to their company, and they blow up off of it, but some corporate companies just don't see that. But like you said, bro, they'll see it sooner or later, bro. And honestly, they can't. It's like people will not want to fuck with you, but there comes a time where they have to.
Yeah.
Because, hey, push come to shove, Subway, you might keep up buying Subways, and now they whole entire business is relying on your publicity. So it's like stuff like that happens. But that's amazing, bro. But like, in the process of you getting the actual franchise, they gave you training how to get inventory or stuff like that. So going from, you know, having that team of attorneys and doing asset recovery, transitioning to having a store, I'm not sure if you had an office or anything, and having a different team there.
Office,
like what was that difference looking like?
I mean, so I've never worked in food ever in my life. So that was probably the biggest shock. But I'm a quick learner. The only thing is, like, when you do trainings, like big corporate trainings like that, the small things are the things that get you. So it's not somebody shooting off your arm. It's 1,000 paper cuts. So it's like one thing I won't know is like, okay, cool, that's one. And then it's like another thing I won't know, okay, cool, that's two. And it's like, okay, I don't know this. I didn't learn this. After a while, my arm is bleeding. Like I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really bad. So the trainings, they give you the grand scheme of everything. Like the really big things that you need to know, they'll teach in the training. But the thing that I've learned the most came from like my mentor that I got in the training. You know, we kept in touch. She's amazing. That is where I learned the most of my stuff. So I avoided a lot of the little paper cuts. But if she wasn't there, bro, it would have been bad. And if I didn't have, I had kind of an experienced staff member that was at that store when I bought it. If she wasn't there in the early days, it would have been really tough for me. It'd been really tough. But again, blessed. So so it wasn't that bad of a transition. But like I said, going from not corporate, but going from like office making cold calls to I'm making bread and sandwiches and stuff. It's kind of night and day, but it wasn't that much of a shock because I had a good team behind me.
So I understood your reasoning going from having the asset recovery business doing the amount that it was doing and then transitioning to the Subway doing what it's doing. In my mind, I think that a lot of people would have kind of an ego hit when they transition like that. Was there anything like that in the picture of you, or was you just like, bro, I want to challenge, I want to prove to myself that I can do this thing? Was it anything like that?
No ego hit. There wasn't one because I know I don't determine my value by just like how much money I'm bringing in, honest and truly. If I ever wanted to say, you know what, I'm just gonna go back and do it, I could. Yeah. Like I could. So I don't like judge myself based on how much money I'm bringing in for like one thing or anything like that. Like I know the capabilities that I have, and I like that I feel like this now because I wasn't before. Before I had like imposter syndrome, but the abilities and the confidence that I have now, I can make it in any space. It doesn't fucking matter. Like it doesn't matter. So a lot of people that would think, hey, you can't blow up off of, you know, owning a Subway franchise. How do you blow up on social media like that as a singular person under this massive company? Personalize it. Like that's just what I did. So like I actually sat down and I planned how I was gonna do it, and everything's working out exactly how I was supposed to. So I have so much confidence in my abilities that I've learned over these last maybe like 3 years of entrepreneurship that I can do whatever I want. So there's no ego shock or ego hit at all. Because I know within 5 or 10 years, bro, I'm gonna have millions. I'm not tripping about this. Like I'm not tripping about this year, bro.
Yeah.
Confidence, man.
Perks of going into different ventures and learning those soft skills, I think people call them, that transition to different areas or different businesses. Like every single business needs to make money. So if you learn how to make money, you can go into a business that you've never gone into and you can make money.
Right. Yeah, you take something from everything that you do.
Right.
Yeah.
But you running a pretty large operation. Yeah. I know like all of us, we entrepreneurs to some degree. Right. And I know you probably like the breadwinner of your family. So like how does that weigh on you mentally? Like you be good, you good mentally? Like
so honestly, truly, like I'm the golden child of my family. I know I've accepted that at this point. Yeah. Like I am. You know, whether my siblings want to say that or not, I am. So whenever something happens, whenever, you know, somebody's down on their luck, who are they gonna call? Tommy.
Feel me?
And ironically, I am the youngest in the family. So it's like I'm gonna call either little brother or my son or my little cousin, or like somebody's gonna call me. So mentally, that part is probably the most sucky because I'm not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My bad. Sometimes he start to tweet, bro.
My bad. Bro.
So like honestly, like that probably is what affects me the most. Is like I feel like I'm carrying everybody else's problems on my back. Yeah. That's probably like the biggest mental hit that I take, but that comes with being the golden child, right? So I kind of just have to accept it. But I'm one of those people where it's like, if you don't work for what you got, that's on you. Like that's honestly how I am. I'm not gonna lie. So it's like I'm not somebody that ever asks for handouts ever. Like my mom will tell you, I've never ever asked for handouts, bro. I'd rather go like work 13 hours to go get something than ask for a handout. So when people ask me for handouts, like it makes me so sick and angry to my stomach. Because it's like you actually was like, I'm gonna text and ask for money. Like you actually sat there and was like, let me just text them and ask them for some money because I don't have like that. I could never bring myself to do that. Yeah. Like I can't like me personally, I can't bring myself to do that. So when people do that to me, I'm just like, Like, how do you live? Like, I'm like, how does that? Like, how do you sleep at night? You're like, yeah. I just asked. I'm just gonna ask him for money. I'm just gonna like it. Just
do they ever ask like, can you help me build my business? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with this?
No, but even no. See, I don't even do that type of stuff anymore because those people don't do anything with the advice that you give them. So like, I don't even do that. So like, when a family member, like a cousin or something, like, hey, I was thinking about this thing. Da, da, da. I say, oh, okay, tell me about it. They'll tell me about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me know when you get it to this point, right? We'll never talk about it.
when you filed that LLC.
Yeah, we'll never actually talk about it again. So that's kind of how I do it now. Is like I don't even like entertain that. Like, if you just do this, then okay, okay, bet.
In that moment, they motivated as fuck.
Okay, bet. Bro, 2 minutes later, it's over. Like 2 minutes,
done.
Yeah, like if I was to check up with you a month ago, all that stuff's out the window.
And that's the thing in entrepreneurship that people really, it's that uninformed optimism, bro.
There it is.
Like you be like, hell yeah, oh my God, he's telling me I just got to do this, and this, and then time passes, your energy levels get lower because you ain't eat nothing that day, and now you feel bad. Yeah, and so now you like, man, bro, I'm not even finna do that thing, bro. Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
There's no point. You just push it to the back of your mind. It's like. It was this video I used to listen to every time I woke up. Actually, when I was at App State, in the video they basically say like, good habit. Well, motivation gets you started. Good habits keep you going. So I do not have motivation every day to go to fucking CrossFit. Like CrossFit is fucking hell, like it's hell. I don't have motivation, but I have good habits from like the boxing gym of I go every single day, no matter how I feel, doesn't matter. So those good habits keep me going. The motivation gets me started. Like hell yeah! When I signed the CrossFit paper, I was like hell yeah, I'm about to be fit as hell. Hell yeah! Started doing that shit after 4 days. She's like, bro, fuck.
Then that discipline got to kick in.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, fuck. Bro, I do not feel like going. Like I cut my hand. Like this from CrossFit too. Like I don't rip the whole hand doing shit with the bar. Man, oh my God. So it's like good habits will keep you going, and motivation will just get you started. So people that watch motivational videos thinking that shit is gonna translate for the next fucking month, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
You gotta be disciplined. You gotta build that discipline.
That shit is not gonna work, bro. You gotta actually you gotta get discipline under your belt so it can carry you farther than just motivation will, because that shit will not take you that far.
Okay, so
nah, no cap. But I was gonna say, like, why the fuck does it seem like in this day and age, the people that are the youngest in the family are the people that are running the family, bro. Why, bro? This is the disease that I'm about to make a video about today, bro. The disease of the black family, bro. Yeah. The things that we see and don't see from our families. And I know that times have changed. Information is more accessible. We're more savvy and stuff like this. But goddamn, you can't give me no fucking information about how to get somewhere.
Yeah, no.
You've been in here 50, 60, 70 years, bro. You can't give me no information. I gotta be the youngest person in the family and really carry y'all.
And then they try to stop you from doing what you're trying to do.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, I don't know if you should take that risk.
I just think it's ridiculous, bro. But I really feel like COVID did that, bro. Like, it really just made us be like, fuck this shit, bro. Like, cause we got to. It's on us. You know what I'm saying? But I think it puts more power to us. But also going back to that asking for money, bro. I was in Walmart, bro. And this lady was on the phone. Matter of fact, I wasn't in Walmart. I was at the chiropractor. This lady on the phone, she get a phone call. Her daughter on the phone talking about, hey, can you send me some money? I didn't want to ask so-and-so because they didn't respond last time.
Type shit.
Don't ask
bro,
me.
I'm sitting there. How you be feeling disgusted, bro? I was like, how do you feel okay doing that?
Yo, I'm actually the person that doesn't respond. I swear to God. Like if somebody asks, I swear to God. And if you're watching this, you know, if you ask me for money.
Yeah,
so
bro.
somebody that asks me for money or somebody that frequently asks me for money will like text me or whatever. I won't respond until like the next day or 2 days later. I don't care what time it is. If you text me at 8 in the morning on Tuesday, I'm not responding until 11 p.m. on Wednesday. Like that's like, and they're like, oh, never mind. I'm like, oh yeah, type shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's I can't get behind that. That just will never be me. If I fall on like even that hard of times, bro, the only person I wouldn't even ask for money. I'd probably ask for I'll ask for a bed before I ask for money.
Yeah.
So like I'll go back and stay with my mama, right? And then go get a warehouse job and work like a fucking maniac, right? To get my bread back up before I ask for $1. Like it doesn't sit right. Yeah, it doesn't sit right. Like I understand you get on hard times and whatever, but you get on hard times, that just means you gotta put more output in. Like that doesn't mean you need to go ask other people for money. Like you just gotta hurt a little bit more for a little bit before you get back on your feet. That's it. You don't need to ask.
It's easy to ask, bro.
Yeah.
It's easy as fuck.
And it's hard to be uncomfortable. I'm not trying to go work at no warehouse and go back and steal my folks. Just give me some money.
Like, you mean to tell me, bro, I can just hop on the phone? Can you send me $50 and someone sends it to my phone?
Why would I go get a warehouse job?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't do that shit. Yeah, I don't do that shit no more. That shit.
Yeah.
I'm past that. That's what family members. That's what friends. I'm past that now because it's like, bro, we got the same 24.
Yeah. So we had Mr. Shepard on an earlier episode. He's a part of your friend group, but being a person that is a doer, a person that gets things done, and someone that's operating and operated on a high level, how do you navigate the scene with friendships, relationships, anything like that? Like, do you have trouble there? Is it tricky?
If it's not adding to me, then it's not really in my life. So like Josh, Makai, like my entrepreneur group.
Yeah.
So we pour into each other pretty much every day. Cool. So we always add, and that's why they're still around. So we pour into each other. That's why they're still there. And then you have like, I got my leisure friends, that I play the game when I need to unwind. Like when they serve their purpose. Not everybody in my group is fucking entrepreneurs that need to just make $1 million. Like I have friends that don't have salary jobs. Like they're just they do their thing. But we get on the game, I can unwind. Like I can do my thing. And then relationship wise, I know now that you have to be with somebody that will help you get to where you want to be. And I'm not saying that in the sense like it needs to be two entrepreneurs. Like y'all help each other. Like that's great too. Yeah. But you don't have to have that. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to be with somebody that's also an entrepreneur. I don't know.
Yeah. Shit, that's hectic.
Yeah. So I mean, but a lot of times people really thrive off of that. Like Alex Hormozy and his wife, or like Andy Elliott and his wife, like that type of stuff. Like they complement each other in business. But if you have somebody that's not really like entrepreneur mindset, then if they help you elevate your entrepreneur stuff by handling everything else, which is my situation right now, was like I'm hardcore entrepreneur, content, editing, all this stuff, right? So I don't want to have to worry about what I'm going to eat for dinner. I don't have to worry about, feeding my dog and taking him outside. I don't have to worry about cleaning up my apartment and all this other stuff because I go to Subway, come home, work on the personal brand stuff, and she'll, worry about everything else. So having that type of partner that makes sure everything else is okay so you can actually be tunnel vision focusing on what you're going can actually help you a lot. So relationship wise, I'm good. And then same thing with my friends. Like we build each other just in different ways. So that's how I navigate, friendships and relationships.
That's real.
So when someone approaches you and they're trying to connect with you and you don't necessarily see the benefit in connecting with them, how do you handle that?
Connect in what way?
Hey, Tommy, love what you have going on, man. I would love to lock in with you, maybe get a partnership going.
No. So a partner, no. So if you're like, hey, I mean, it depends on what you come with. So like, if somebody DMs me, I respond to my DM. So I'm not Hollywood. Like I respond to my DM. So if somebody DMs me and they're like, hey, I've been thinking about starting this business, whatever. First of all, I don't text anymore. I send voice memos because I don't have time to sit there. I'm not doing that. So if they text me and they're like, hey, I want to start this business. Okay, what's the business? I was thinking about owning a Subway franchise. Okay, cool. Well, I have videos on my YouTube about that, so you should go check it out. If you have any more questions, DM me.
Exactly.
If it's somebody that's like very, very like specific, like, hey, I have this marketing agency, you want to tap in, then I'll hear what you got to say. Like, I'll hear what you got to say. And if you're just trying to, sell me something and I think it's cool, then okay, I'll buy it. If you're just, trying to connect because we're two entrepreneurs that are in the same area, you want to go grab some food or something, I probably won't go grab food because I don't like leaving the house. But we can definitely like text and stuff. So it's like, it just depends on what type of thing. But if somebody approaches me and they're talking about partnership and shit, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Like, what are you partner with your ass?
What are you talking about? Like, I wouldn't partner with my friends. Like, what are you talking about? That's not,
what I'm
what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be like that. But if you're just a regular person, bro, I'm not Hollywood. Like I text back people. I answer all my DMs. So that's how I navigate new people. It's like, what do you want? If you want to sell me something, okay, what you got? If I like it, okay, I'll consider. If I don't like it, then you get left on D or R or whatever. But if you're just trying to be cool and just chat, then we can be cool and just chat. Don't mean we're gonna go out together or some shit, but we'll see.
Exactly.
So you edit all your content like yourself?
Depends on what it is. So YouTube videos, yes. If I'm doing like short form, like if this podcast, I'll send to an editor to chop up and do their thing with it. That type of stuff I won't do because that shit is too time consuming.
Yeah.
But my YouTube videos I do myself, and then my my little updates with the weekly updates about how much I make and stuff I do myself. That's easy. But once you start adding like the animations, it's too much. It's too much going on. So that's what I don't do. But the other stuff like the YouTube videos and everything, I'm trying to move all my TikTok stuff to YouTube. That's what I'm doing a lot now. So that's what I do myself.
What informs that decision?
Going from TikTok to YouTube.
Wanting to bring your audience from TikTok to YouTube.
Well, YouTube pays better, and I feel like YouTube has longer longevity than TikTok.
You tapped into Facebook?
Yeah, I got like 40K on Facebook.
Let's get into it, man.
Yeah. What?
Like the different platforms and shit, bro.
Yeah, I asked that because I know for a fact that the viewership on YouTube has much more density than the viewership on TikTok.
It's definitely more shallow on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok is a lot more shallow when it comes to their type of viewer or their the content of the viewer. So like YouTube does have people that are actually like willing to actually watch the videos for maybe some purpose that they can use the information.
Yeah.
TikTok is just like trendy. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
it's just different. YouTube people 9 times out of 10 search for your video.
Exactly.
So it's a better viewer than it is just on TikTok. And like I said, they pay better. So
So we talking about different platforms. Like Cyrus be saying, he be talking about Facebook. Like we've been trying to get on there because it's a different type of audience. You feel me? So like, what are the like differences that you notice with the different audiences throughout the different platforms?
I think TikTok and Facebook are almost the same, but I'll tell you right now, Facebook is way more unforgiving than TikTok. And a lot of people don't know that shit, bro. You will get trolled on Facebook so fucking hard versus TikTok. I swear to God, bro. You can go any one of my videos. Like I've been Facebook famous, TikTok famous. I haven't been YouTube famous yet. I think the highest view I got on YouTube is I think it's like 25K.
It's on the way, bro.
Yeah, I haven't been YouTube famous yet.
People don't start off how you starting off.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't popped off yet, but I've been TikTok famous, Facebook famous, and then I've been viral on Instagram before. But Facebook, I think I got like 40K followers, and so I've had videos that have millions of views and all that stuff, bro. They will eat your ass alive.
I thought that was the nicest one.
No. You would think that because it's older people, right? Like, no, hell no, bro. They will eat your ass alive on Facebook. I swear to God. Facebook is way worse than TikTok. I swear to God. You think TikTok is bad? Facebook is way worse, bro. 'Cause I thought TikTok was bad, so I started going viral on Facebook. It's not the same, bro. Facebook, they will eat your ass alive, bro. And these are old country, they don't give a fuck, bro. I swear to God, they will make you feel like you rethink your whole life decisions, bro. Like, it's that bad. I swear to God, go on one of my videos. Just look at it. I swear to God, that's just bad, bro. But the viewers are different, but they're different. But if you can copy that same content, so it's like how people say post on all platforms, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah,
you can to a certain extent. I think Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, you can do that. YouTube, you can't do that. That's my personal opinion. I'm not a marketer
100%.
or any of that stuff, but that's what I think. You can post the same stuff on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and it'll pretty much do the same numbers, or both. They're both hit.
Yeah. And another thing too, like what I think they call it the ATL Money Glitch or some shit, is like buying an asset and like turning that asset into a fucking asset. You feel me?
Turn the asset to it.
So let's say you buy a vending machine, right?
Yeah.
And then you start promoting like, how did
I see what you said.
Yeah.
I got you.
Then you start ebooks and shit on that.
Yeah, like you make a stream from it. I got you. Yeah, that's what I did that's what I do with the Subway.
Yeah.
So like I said, that first video, like I said, I made what I would have made in a month on one video, and I had to delete it. I had to delete it. If I didn't delete it, shit, I probably would have made double. But I had to delete it. So I think that one video was maybe like, I probably made like 4,500 off of one video in two days, or 1 day and a half. It was like 2 days or 1 day and a half off that one video.
You knew it was gonna like do that, like when you had.
Yeah, because the first video I ever posted on TikTok went viral. The second video I ever posted on TikTok went viral.
What's the secret? Yeah, like how do you go viral, bro?
I have no idea. The first video I was in my dorm. This was when I did a video basically from like me when I was younger to me going to college. I don't know if it's still pinned on my profile, but I did that video and I was on the phone with like my friends, I don't know. I don't think I know John and them, but it doesn't matter. But basically I had told him, I was like, bet 10 I go viral when I post this video. When I posted that video, first night it was like 40K. This is the first video on TikTok, 40K.
Bro, what?
Second day, 300K. And then the third day it was like 600. It was like 1 million, 2 million, 2.7. Like it was just like that. And then the second video I posted went viral. The third video I posted went viral. I don't know, bro.
Keep it.
I don't know. I knew the Subway stuff would go viral because it's my own lane.
Yeah.
It's intriguing. Like I already knew it was gonna go viral, and I knew the moment that I started saying money that it would go viral. Like the moment I started saying how much I made, niggas, oh shit, like. How much you make from it? Like, you can Google that shit all day. It's always on Google. All that stuff's on Google. But like
Somebody saying it.
Yeah, like I knew, but they do it based off like even if we were to look up on TikTok or YouTube, how much do franchise owners make of a Chick-fil-A or a McDonald's? It's gonna be somebody that doesn't own the Chick-fil-A, somebody that doesn't own the McDonald's, reading statistics off of fucking Google. Like that's all of the average Chick-fil-A owner makes when you account for experience. Like that's just what it is because a lot of franchisees, one, they sign agreements where they can't say that shit, and two, they're terrified to say that because who's gonna say how much they make, right?
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people do it that just aren't franchise owners. So I was like, this is not my primary source. I don't care what y'all think. Like I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not terrified of money. I do not care. So I knew as soon as I put numbers behind it, it would be crazy. Because like I said, the first videos I made about me on the subway went viral. The first 3 or 4 went viral. It was like 300K, and then the other ones were a couple K or whatever. And I knew as soon as I said money, that very first video, that first night, I think I hit 1 million. First night.
Yeah.
And then it was just, I don't know how to do it, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
I think
I was about to say, how do you like deal with like the negative comments or something? That
I
may
don't
pop
care.
up? You don't.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I be trolling. Like the first video, I be trolling like they'll say something, and I'm like, did I ask? Did somebody ask? I'm like, did somebody in the comments ask or did I miss it? Like, I'll just say something like that. They'll just say their whole opinion. Like, I'm talking, they'll send a fucking paragraph. and I was just like, who asked you? I was like, who asked you to do this? Like, you really sat there on your phone, tapped out a whole paragraph. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I be trolling, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, I don't care. It's just like, I have a better audience now than when I first started. So, like, when I post now, bro, they'll get on them. Like, I swear to God, bro.
don't fuck with
Yeah,
Tommy.
like, don't ask me a dumb question, like a question I answer. Like, let's say I had, they're like, hey, how many hours did you work this week? Or and it's in the video. Like, it'll see like 4 comments after that. Like, he literally said in the video, watch the video. And I'll just be looking at it, I'm like,
they got a coat.
Yeah, I'll be like, yes. I don't care about that, bro. The more they comment, the more it gets pushed.
You see what I'm
I don't
saying?
think people
Go
understand that
crazy.
shit. People do not understand that engagement shit. Niggas be, bruh.
And they be arguing with each other and getting something like 45 comments on one question. I'm like, yeah, y'all keep going. Go at it. Go at it. It just push it out. So I don't care about that. I'm not one of those people. I don't even sit there and read all of them, bro. I probably read all my YouTube comments. One, because I don't have as much as I do on TikTok. And two, I actually care about YouTube a little bit more than the TikTok. So I'll read those comments. But the other comments, I might skim through them. But I don't care, bro. I don't care. I'm gonna post another video tomorrow. I don't care.
Yeah. One thing about like sharing money online publicly that I think is it really doesn't matter is because this is today. This is this week of making money.
Yeah.
Next week can be completely different.
Yeah.
And so what you saying about me making this much this week means nothing to me because this next week, this next month, this next year, like it done boosted.
Yeah.
But touching on the other point that you said, what were we just talking about? We was talking about
The negativity.
Yeah.
So platforms. So I wanted to pick something to the viewers real quick. When you have people when you see people in the comments sending paragraphs under a person's video of some shit that don't matter, that is a bot.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have someone like Tommy, which is producing that content. He is a producer. So we got a producer and a consumer. Which one do you want to be? Bots are doing stuff like that, spending their time on the comments, saying whatever they want to say, stuff that really don't matter. Or do you want to be the person that's making money off of the video and their videos getting pushed more because of the bot comments? And like just pick which one you want to be. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. I mean, and that makes sense. Like I said, the people that you look up to are not reading their comments and responding. Like they're not. And I bring this guy up a lot because I really like this guy. Like Alex Hormozy, my favorite. Like he's really my favorite guy right now. So he does not sit there, and I know that because I've went through his comments. Like it'll be a lot of comments, and some people, he has his fan base is fucking insane, bro. Yeah. So it's like he nothing but love, but there's always like a couple that say something, bro. He would never ever respond to them. Like for what? Like it's no point. It's like looking down. Like it's no point. So Bro, I don't care about them.
I don't understand that. Like, why are you like, bro? I'm offering you game, bro. Like, why are you trolling me, bro?
Because a lot of times you bring out insecurities in people.
Man, that's real. I was talking to this old head, and I said, this the first time I got this from you. I said, this the first time that the older generation look to the youth for advice. He said, I don't need nobody to tell me how I can do what I need to do. Right. I'm like, all right, bro. Yeah, we trying to help you, bro.
Yeah, just let that go, bro. Let those type of people just let them be. Just let them be. Yeah, like you can't help who doesn't want to be helped.
Okay,
that's why I don't extend my hand too often. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do that shit anymore. If you really want something, then you'll figure out a way to get it.
Exactly. With or without my ass.
I don't ever extend my hand to anybody. Not anymore. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. So just switching the gear a little bit, bro, I've seen you in some impactful rooms. You know what I'm saying? Some rooms that you don't see too many people like us get in. And there may be people there, but from your experience, what's the best way to, number one, get in those rooms if it's not by purchasing a ticket to their event? And what is something that you've taken from those events that you wouldn't have otherwise had?
So answering the first question, you gotta buy. Honestly, I think there's power in that. You have to buy. Nobody is gonna think of you how you think of you. So you think, I have so much potential. I just need somebody to water this seed. They don't think that when you walk up to them. Like, if you walk up to somebody, you're just another person. Like, not saying like they're shallow or nothing, but honestly, truly, nobody cares about you as much as you. Nobody. Like, maybe your mama, but nobody cares about you as much as you. So the fact that, a lot of people think that they can just come with a story or come with, good intentions, which is cool, but you can't think that's going to get you as far as you want to get. So, like, I am a firm believer. I pay for VIP tickets. I pay for masterminds. I pay for that stuff. Yeah. And to answer your second question, what that stuff allows me to do is it allows me to put into perspective where I need to actually go. So, like, I went to Patrick Bet-David's conference last year, and I don't know. Do you guys know who Patrick Bet-David is?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So he's really big. He's a really,
they don't know that.
It's all right. Well, he's a guy that sold one of his companies for upwards of like $400 million, and he has tech. He has a lot of companies now. He makes hundreds of $millions a year. He had the most expensive house in Florida, maybe 3 years ago. But now it's like Messi is next to him now, so he got to the house. But yeah, so he does a conference, and bro, the people in that room. Like, in the base ticket, maybe started at maybe $400 for a regular. I got the platinum, of course, because I want to be around the other people. Yeah. And the guy that somebody I actually met, and really, really humble guy. His name is Alex. So, do y'all watch Shark Tank?
Yeah.
So Alex, he had CMOS. So the black guy.
Oh yes.
So he was sitting in the front row because, of course, he paid for the most expensive ticket. That was like $27,000. He was in the front row. I was in a section to the right of him, a little bit behind him, and we were coming back from a break. And I got up and I was like, you know what, YOLO. I went over there, sat down, introduced myself, talked to him. Told him my plans were I'm about to buy a Subway. This is right before I bought the Subway, and really down to earth dude, really cool guy, and I was able to, get his Instagram and all that good stuff. And bro, I got his number. We can talk. Like, if I was a DM right now, he'll respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm his close friend. Like, that type of stuff. Like, so to be with somebody like that, he's gonna be making hundreds of $millions a year, bro. Yeah. So to be with somebody like that, I wouldn't have been able to be there if I did not buy the ticket. If I did not buy it. So the relationships that you get, and then basically the kick in the ass that you get, where you're like, I'm not doing nothing, bro. I'm not doing nothing. That's the type of stuff that you get from those events.
Yeah. So it sounds like an investment.
That's what I mean. That's honestly what it is. And like even not just Alex, like, bro, like, he had case studies where people would come up and talk, right? And about what they did or whatever. And you would have people that come up there and they're like, they're just regular people, right? And they're just talking. And they go to say, I don't know the constraint of my business. For some reason, we just cannot get past
50 million a month.
We just can't get past 50 million. I don't know what it is. Like, but we're on track to do 110 this year from all locations, but we just cannot get to the 200 mark. And it's just like, and you're just sitting there like nigga, I'm trying to get to $1 million, bro. So my perspective on money is a lot different than let's say my family. It's a lot different. Like, when I think of somebody's like, yeah, I made $1 million. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you made it. Like, I've made $1 million, yeah, but it doesn't. it doesn't hit as hard as like my family members. Yeah. So like if I say like, yeah, I'm trying to make $1 million, they're like, oh, $1 million. And like $1 million, like that's nothing. Like I need to get 10 million a month. Like that's how I talk. So it's like it just changed the terminology in your mind of like what you actually think about money, what you actually think about the output you're actually giving out, because there's so many people that are so far ahead of you, and if you never put yourself around those people, you'll never get that like uncomfortable feeling of I need to get out of my current situation. So that's what investing in those rooms has done for me, and that's what I think it'll do for other people.
Bro, that's important. Like lately I've been changing my perspective of money, bro, and I started realizing like the Black community, we don't really get taught financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Then it's real crazy because when you change your perspective, like you said, your family has this other perspective because they don't have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
And that's your family.
Or the exposure about the information. So that shit is like really powerful, bro. Yeah. And I'm starting to realize that shit.
Bro, the podcast changing my exposing me to shit like this. Like you did what?
That shit's crazy, bro. You gotta get out. You got to get out, bro. I paid thousands in mentorship.
How much you think you done paid in like mentorships, classes, everything?
In total, probably like
rough ballpark.
Probably like 25, 30 grand.
God damn.
And the next one I'm finna buy is gonna be like 16K. I got to get that before my birthday in September. Yeah. But that's something that's gonna take me to the next level though. But yeah, but just buying those, like I said, buying those mentorships. Like the first one I bought with the asset recovery was a course / mentorship, right? That cost me $2,000. I told you I made $40,000 a month from it. Was
made it right back. Wow. You make it right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and even like with the credit thing, like when I got my mentor, I paid I think $5,000 for that one. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars of credit, or I've gotten $100,000 in credit. You know, aside from actually doing the credit services for people, right? So it's like, if it's investment in yourself, but it's a scary thing if you don't believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, bro, you don't want to swipe that card for $5,000. But like I said, my confidence so fucking, it's crazy, bro. I'm like, bro, you give me the tools, bro, I go to work.
Yeah. No cap. So it sounds like I already noticed, but it's like you got to work on yourself before you even get into entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to build that confidence, build that faith up. Yeah. So you can make them calculations.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I actually look forward to spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on knowledge and information from people.
That means you make millions of dollars.
Literally.
That means you make, because they say you're supposed to take like 10% of how much you make each month to set aside to go buy like mentorship and masterminds and stuff.
It's like innovate. It's a specific word for it. Like basically reinvesting back into your whatever.
Yeah, but you got to pay for that stuff, and a lot of people don't want to.
Yeah, I just started paying for stuff. I'm going to my first mastermind in the beginning of August.
Nice.
And I was trying to have my entrepreneurship event, which is basically showing people how to start a business and have the stable foundation to be able to run it for more than 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm waiting until after that mastermind because I feel like there's some information that I'll get there. And I look forward to spending $30,000 on a single day for something. You know what I'm saying? And when I do stuff like that, it's like, I mean, I kind of just throw the money out there. I don't have any attachment to it. It's just like, whatever, bro.
How much was that one, if you don't mind me asking?
$2,000 deposit, $8,000 in total. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's gonna be a good way. You go.
Bro.
It gotta be enough for you to feel it.
A lot of work, bro. You see me every day. I'm posting something on 3 different platforms, 3 different stuff. So it's like, bro, it really put that kick in your ass. Like, I have to make this shit work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's a good amount. That's like I said, it's your first time doing it. First time. That big? Other than like a $200 general admission ticket to go to. That's about the big one. Yeah, you're going to feel it. That's good. Yeah. As long as you can feel it, like you like.
Oh, no, I definitely
like, you think twice about that shit. Like, you think twice.
I definitely feel that motherfucker.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I want to do, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I kind of want to do some shit that's going to really hurt me. Like put me in a really detrimental position. Because I feel like, bro, me, when I got to get some shit done, like there's no other thing that I can do. My back is completely against the wall. Like I don't even got an inch of my back off the wall type shit. I be performing way differently. It's kind of like how you're rushing for something you got to be at in 10 minutes and you got to drive for 30 minutes. Like
you ain't got no choice.
You figure out, okay, condense this to this time, condense this to this time, condense this to this time. And I really feel like me making that investment is like, you know what I'm saying? But it's on the way, bro. This is the first one. Seeing how this shit go, taking it to the top, but like it goes to everything that you've been saying, bro. It proves it. So
So it sounds like the more you spend on like the course or mastermind, like the more you're gonna get back in return.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
Yeah.
The more you learn,
The more you learn, the more you earn. It's the same thing I say to my team when I hire them. The more you learn, the more you earn. Like if you take stuff off of my back, you learn the things that I know. If I can give that to you, then I will compensate you for that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like the more you learn, the more you earn. Works in all categories. Whether you're an employee, whether you're a CEO, whether you're a founder, it's all the same thing. The more you learn, the more you earn. Somebody will pay you for the knowledge that you have or the skills that you have. So if you just work on building up those skills, somebody will compensate you for them.
Yeah.
So if you're somebody that's like, hey, I don't make enough, it's because you don't have enough for somebody to pay you more. You don't do enough for somebody to pay you more. You don't have that. You just don't have it.
Yeah.
So if you focus on getting that better, then the output will be a lot easier.
Damn.
More you learn, more you earn.
I ain't gonna
It's
lie,
just-
nigga, this shit motivating me. It's inspiring me right now as you speak.
So I remember you said that you're interested in going into businesses and exiting from them.
Right.
So would you call that flipping businesses?
Yeah, but it doesn't sound as good. It doesn't sound as good. So people ask me like, "Hey, what's the game plan? What's the game plan?" I want to acquire, scale, and exit companies. I want to buy a company that's doing $1 million a year, take it to $10 million a year, and exit. Leave. That's all. That's honestly what I want to do. I mean, of course, I want to do that for all of them. Some I might hold for a little bit longer, or whatever. But that's ultimately what I want to do. And then where I'm in that middle part, or that. I'm really in the first middle part. So I need to learn how to acquire companies because there's people that acquire companies with zero out of pocket. So there's like so many strategies that people use, and it's like there's so many businessy terms and business execution types that I have to learn before I can go to the next step. So that's what I'm paying like the $16,000 for is this mentorship that actually teaches
How to exit.
all that stuff. Yeah, so then that's the last thing. So like I'm still in the first part, so I might to learn all that stuff I might end up spending $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like my mentality changed to where every single new stage that I get to, I want to pay somebody to help me get there.
Yeah, you get there faster. Yeah, for
Literally,
sure.
I want to because my first 9-10 years, I did completely by myself. YouTube, university, self-teaching, whatever.
For sure.
I got to pay this dude for this information, bro, and it was like a light bulb just lit up in my shit, and I'm just like, damn, I could have did this shit a few years ago. But yeah,
bro, like being 22, right?
Yeah.
You're 22 for the audience, bro. A lot of people, bro, if 22 and you know what I'm saying, making money, bro, they not gonna use their money like how you using your money to earn 100 times more. Cause you know what I'm saying. A lot of people want to go clubbing or even spend money on clothes and stuff like that. So like, what develops you to get into this mindset?
Because I know where I want to be. So it's like the people that you just described versus myself. Like this is the gap. We all started here, right?
Yeah.
So they go to the club. They do all this other stuff. I read. I watch podcasts. I do this. I buy a Subway. I learn all this stuff. They go to clubs and party. They don't move. They don't move. You just sit there. So the reason why I do it is because I have somewhere I gotta go. I have somebody that's dependent on me that's not even here. Like I'll have a kid in the future. Like at some point I'll have a kid. They're dependent on me and they're not even here. So when I move, I think about that type of stuff. I don't want to worry about money in 10 years. I don't want to worry about having to do X, Y, and Z for 10 years. I don't want to have to worry about making ends meet. I don't want the typical problems that like my parents had or my family has had ever. I don't want that shit. Like you can keep that. Like I don't want to, I need to get my credit fixed. No, hell no. My credit is A1.
Been fixed.
Yeah, my credit is A1. My money, my cash flow is A1, and I'm still I'm learning on the back end. So everybody's taken care of. Like in 10 years when I have my wife and my kid, they're taken care of. Yeah, I'm still be stressing about all this new stuff I'm trying to learn. But at the end of the day, bare minimum, we are not worrying about money or where we have to lay our head at night because of the stuff that I did when I was 20. Like I have the most time and energy right now. There's no point in me wasting that shit in the club or wasting that shit partying and drinking and stuff, bro. So I give all my energy, all my effort into building stuff for the future. So like in the future, then I can kind of relax a little bit now because of all the stuff that I built. I'll sacrifice my 20s to live great, my 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's cool. So
a lot of people not willing
got
to
that shit
sacrifice,
backwards.
bro.
yeah. I mean, because it hurts. It hurts.
It's taught. It's taught backwards.
Some people feel like they
But I
may
mean,
be missing out.
You're gonna
on some
hurt.
shit,
You're
know
gonna
what
hurt
I'm saying?
regardless. Would
Yeah,
you
no,
rather
that's
hurt
a
at 40?
Yeah,
and 50?
exactly. It hurts. Like entrepreneur, and I'm sure you guys can all attest to this. I've had sleep insomnia. I've had, I can't even do anything because I'm like, I'm not actually depressed, like to the point I'm like about to kill myself. Like I'm not depressed, but I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like
that's why
that's just entrepreneurship. And I was doing that making $40,000 a month. I was feeling like that making $40,000 a month. So it's not really the amount of money. It's just kind of the money that you're bringing in versus your potential. So if I know I have potential to make $100 million, like I seen somebody close on a deal that was $100 million. Why can't I do that? So until I get to that point, I feel like I'm nothing. I am nothing sauce on a nothing burger. I'm shit. Like I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hold myself to such a high standard that the little things that seem so monumental for everybody else are just small to me. They're small to me. Like I said, like with the Subway thing, like people come to my Subway all the time. Like,
this is so amazing,
man. You're how old? You on a what, man? You on the right path. You're gonna be a millionaire. I mean, that shit's cool, but it's like
stage one.
It doesn't. I'm not like, you know what? You're right. Like I'm never like that, bro. I'm just like, bro, this is just one step. I gotta get out of there. I gotta, elevate to this next position. That's how I think. I do not think with pats on the back, because I feel like pats on the back make your stomach big and it make you lazy.
Yeah,
so it's like, you know what, y'all right. I am. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, you're right. I'm him. Like I am doing that right. Then I take my foot off the gas and then look up 5 months, 6 months has passed and you running basically on the treadmill. Like you haven't moved. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I think now, because I think in 10 years. I don't think in 5 months, 10 months. I think in decades. So
you also got to show gratitude for where you at though, man. You done came a long way, man.
Yeah, I do. And the way that I show gratitude is by not taking my foot off the gas. That's the way. Like I'm not like, you know what, Tommy, you're right. You have. I feel like that type of gratitude doesn't help me personally. Like I don't know about everybody else, but me personally, that doesn't help me, because I did that when I was making the $40,000 a month and all that stuff. Like they'll tell you, like I'll go to boxing, come back home, I'll sleep for 6 hours, bro. I'll nap for 6 hours, get up, go eat, get on the game, do the same thing in the morning. That's what I was doing. But I was making $40,000 a month, right? Mm-hmm. So, but I wasn't hungry anymore. And I feel like the way that you can show gratitude for the thing that God has gave you and the things that you worked for previously is to work harder.
Yes, sir.
You work harder because you know what it's like not to have, and now that you have it, if you were to just chill out, then that's you not showing appreciation. So if you work harder, I feel like that's you giving yourself gratitude.
Nah, that's you explain that very well.
Yeah.
No cap.
I mean, that's just honestly how I believe, and that's why I can talk like this, because this stuff I believe. I don't front. I don't like cloud chase. I don't say things I haven't done, and that was one of my other things. Like that's why I don't have courses and shit. Like, because it's like a lot of people will do something so small and then go drop a course on it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be that person, and I don't want to be somebody that's remembered like that. Like I said, Alex Hormozy just gives out game that people pay tens of thousands of dollars for, right? Why? Well, he could charge a course and make millions of dollars, because it's like that's not what it's about. That's like easy hanging fruit money. Yeah. That's not what it's about. So I'd rather just give out what I do, and then whatever comes to me after that, then it goes.
That's the play for a lot of people. They make their money by telling you how to make the money.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking nobody. Like I'm not knocking anybody. Like if you got a course, but if that's what all you do to make money, then I think that's just stupid, bro. If you charge somebody for your information, okay, cool. Like communities, I'm a fan of. Like I'll have mine coming out in a second. But if you just literally have a course with nothing else attached to it, like just for something you did for 6 months to a year, then I feel like you're kind of robbing people. Honestly.
Nah, the courses and communities, I think they're cool, but it's when people be bullshitting. Like, look, I made 100,000 whole time. They made nothing. You
made 100,000 off the course.
Oh God, that's the real play.
It's so easy to fake some shit and appeal to the bots. When you appeal to the bots and they get on to what you talking about, it's so easy to fake to them. They're not sitting in the position that you're in, so they don't even know how to vet you. Yeah. But somebody that else does, that's not saying nothing about it, they just letting people follow you. Yeah. They already know what the fuck you on. Yeah. Like it just be like that, but it is a lot of that, and I can completely understand. And stay tuned for the community, bro, because that's gonna be
my shit gonna be lit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You doing it on school?
Yeah. It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna have everything that I did before the Subway that got me to that point. So like the asset recovery will be in there, because I did that for a couple of years. Like I said, I got it $40,000 a month. What I did, that'll be in there. So somebody that doesn't know what they want to do, that's 20 years old, and you're like, I just want to start dabbling and stuff. Okay, you got something to dabble in. I did it, like I said, 20, 40K a month. Do you think? So that's gonna be in there. Everything I know about credit is gonna be in there, and then the how I was able to buy a franchise, how I used credit to buy a franchise, and all that, because all that stuff's gonna be in there. Everything that everybody's been asking me for on damn TikTok is gonna be in that community. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on manifestation?
I mean, I believe in it wholeheartedly. And I think my form of it is just really thinking about it. Like just thinking about it and putting it into words. So like going back, I don't know, were we in school together? No, because we were in high school. So back when I was in 9th grade, so like from like 6th grade to 9th grade, I was riding the bus, not the MARTA bus, but the school bus, right? And we lived so far from Chapel Hill and Southwest. So I would get on the bus. It didn't have any AC, and I would have to take 2 buses. So it'd be like a charter bus. So I would have to get on the bus at Stevenson and then go to a lot, I believe, at like Miller Grove, then hop on another bus to go to Southwest or go to Chapel Hill. And there was no heat on that bus. So I was like, bro, I cannot wait to turn 15, 16 to go buy a car. I cannot wait. And I wanted a Nissan 350Z. That was my dream car growing up. And for some reason, almost every day, a black Nissan 350Z will pop up next to my bus, and I would record and put it on Snapchat every single time. And I was like, I cannot wait to buy this car. I used to post it like maybe like every other day. Every time I seen it, recorded, posted it. I didn't care who seen it. I didn't care who says it. I did not care. And then with offers, the same thing happened. So I was like, I cannot wait to get offers, and I would post pictures of me like, I can't wait to get this offer. I can't wait to get this offer. I post on Snapchat over and over. I still got it in my Snapchat notes. Like, it was pictures of me catching the ball. I put the word offers on the ball, like I'm catching the ball, offers, right? A couple months later, got my first offer, then 20 of them roll in, 30 of them roll in, same thing. So anytime I say I want something and I vocalize it, it happens. So I am a firm believer in manifestation. Firm believer. 100%.
Yeah, that shit is powerful, bro.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%.
Bro, so like, what's your like daily schedule now?
Shit. Now I don't I haven't been in my store in probably 2 or 3 days, and I don't plan on going until like Sunday. So what I do when I wake up is I'll do some kind of editing or something, and then if I have to go to the store, I'll go to the store. But if not, then I'll figure out what I can do for the store. So I'll go out and try to get catering contracts with the police department. I'll go out KSU. I'll go out to high schools. I'll do that type of stuff because I want to keep them as busy as possible while I'm not there. So when I'm not there, I'm trying to focus on like income producing activities. So that's what I do. So income producing activities is split up between like my own content stuff and then and then the stuff from my store. So I just kind of split that up depending on how much time I got. And then I'll go to CrossFit and then come home, shower, and probably finish editing some videos, maybe hop on the game or something. And then I'm off to bed. Yeah.
You hiring at your Subway?
Right now, I just hired 2 people.
Oh, that kind of seemed like a play to just shadow you. Like I'm working under Tommy.
Like I said, the new employees didn't believe me when I was like, I am TikTok famous, so a lot of people will come here, blah blah blah. I don't think they believe me until they actually seen it the first day. So like every time I'm up there, somebody comes to me, I was just watching on TikTok, like bro, it happens every day. It happens every single day to the point that I'm actually gonna like put up a sign in front of my register where it's like, hey, sorry you missed me, like if I wasn't there. Sorry you missed me, but just take a picture of this and tag me on any other social media platforms. And next time you come in, sandwiches on me, something like that. Because I actually do be feeling bad. People actually do travel like to come to my store. Shit. Like people like I said, the guy from Chick-fil-A came from Cali, and then people will drive from like very far parts of Georgia, so like Douglasville, like they'll come McDonough and all type of stuff, and I'm like, damn, like you came and I wasn't even there. I'm like, that kind of sucks. So
they didn't pass like 20 subways getting to
20 is an understatement, bro. You pass 20 in the same city, so it's like so like when people travel and I'm not there, it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. So so I'm putting a little sign up for those people. But,
bro, that shit is impactful, bro.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Man. No, that's crazy, bro. Subway need to get on the game.
Plan. Yeah, right. I got stuff coming up. I got stuff that I'm doing to that store that's gonna be I think it'll do good on social media. And if it does good on social media, then people will come in. So we'll see. I'm in a field where I just like testing a lot of stuff. Like even when I talk to my friends like Ayani Makai and we talk about like social media or whatever, I give them ideas and I'm like, bro, just do it. Like, well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Try something else. Yeah. But if you don't test and you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, bro, you're just wasting time. So I prefer to just test a lot of different things, see what hits. It's just like testing ads. And the one that does hit, keep doing more of it. Yeah. So like I know like when I tell people how much I make every week, it hits. So I'm gonna keep doing more of it. And I'm also gonna I'm gonna try other things, and if they hit, then I'll just do more of that. Then all of a sudden you'll just see like everything I put out just hits because I tested everything. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Strategic organic content should be used as a precursor to the pay ads that you're looking to run. Right. So don't run a paid ad unless you have tested it organically first. The same exact ad, okay? Inside of your paid ad, you're probably going to do something different, but utilize social media sites because you can use them completely for free to get data points on your advertisements. Test different creatives, test the same video 3 times with different titles organically first, and then transition to the ads.
For sure. For sure.
Man, bro.
Yeah, bro. But, you know, just being able to see this, because like when I was the people that I'm around, that I've grown up with, that I went to school with, it just seems like everybody for some reason just is on something different than what the masses is, or the rest of the people our age are on, bro. And I just want to say I appreciate you for not only sharing your story but also coming here to talk, because like a lot of people's not doing this, and it really got put into perspective how many people are actually doing something when you really go online and you see how many people you see every single day that are the same people, and you're not seeing any new people that are doing this big stuff, because it's hard. It's very hard to do it. So I appreciate you for sharing your stories, sharing your advice to the people. And yeah, bro, I just wanted to say that.
Bro, and piggyback off that, bro, like, bro, he brought this to my attention like a year or two ago about Wadsworth, bro, like the type of people that Wadsworth produced.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit is actually
higher achievers for real.
Yeah, just in different areas. It wasn't like doctors and lawyers and that's it. No, it's a really wide variety of stuff that we've become. So it was. I think honestly too, like intelligence is not just like book smart, and I don't believe that. But I think intelligence is just how fast you can correct your incorrect thinking. Like I think that's what it is. So it's like if I'm like, hey, 1 + 1 is 2, right? And then I go 2 + 2 is 4. If you're like, no, it's 3. If it tells me 1 time for me to explain it, and you're like, okay, no, it is 4. Versus like 6 times, you're just smarter, like just more intelligent. So I think the rate at which you change your previous incorrect belief is that's intelligent. Right? So we went to high achiever school, and it was for academics, but honestly, truly, like it goes for anything. So like let's say like you went, like let's say your like GPA was like a 1.6, right? And your GPA was like a 4.0. If I teach both of you how to build a business from ground up, he would just be a lot faster because he learns faster. Not just because he's smarter like intellectually from academics. Yeah. It's because his rate of learning is faster. So I think that type of learning, for like you can actually change what you thought was right to was actually correct. That rate is what actually intelligence is. And I think our skill had a lot of people that were like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't even really know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was going there, I was just like, I'm just going to school.
Yeah.
You was 10 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not the guy now that I was back then, bro. So it's no, I'm a totally different guy, man. I'm better now. So
and that's the good thing, like just to see like you guys, you know what I'm saying, like because I knew y'all when y'all was like 10 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And to see where we all are now and where we are going to continue to be, bro.
Yeah,
that's a good ass feeling, bro.
Beautiful. Like we had Malcolm on here.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Malcolm the same, bro.
he the same, but it's like, but he's doing stuff that's out of the norm.
Yeah, he's in Thailand, bro.
But that's how he gets. Michael's weird. Michael's weird back then, bro. He's my God, man. He gets paid for his weirdom now. Like it's just but Michael, man, he lit, man. Harrison too. Everybody's doing this shit, man. So it's bro. It's lit, man.
We actually got to get Harrison on. Trying to this summer, man. Too busy, but. Yeah, bro, just that vicinity, bro.
He ain't doing shit,
man. Just that vicinity is strong to be around. But to Gen Z, like, what would you say to them? I don't know, whatever you want to say, like to prevent them from stopping something that they're starting, to help them get the best information. Like, what would you like to give to Gen Z?
So the Gen Z, what I would say, if I could go back and start when I was, let's say 17 or 18, is one, I would say be a sponge. So it's like soak up everything that you can from everyone, and then decipher what actually is worth trying, and then try it, and then go all in on it. And don't think that you're gonna be good at it when you first start, because you're gonna suck. You're gonna be ass. And nobody's going to believe that this is the right path for you. Nobody's going to really be in your corner. You might not even be in your corner because you suck. And that's okay, because it's true today that you suck. But eventually, you'll be able to build something that is worth telling, and people will always support. Everybody roots for the underdog, but you have to give them something to root for. So if you're just going based off of strict ideas and you're a wannapreneur, like you're wishing, you're like, hey, I want to do this, I can't wait to do this, but you don't actually put in any steps, nobody's gonna support you, bro. You won't even support you because you're not building a foundation on, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And once you stack win on top of win on top of win on top of win on top of win, you breed confidence. Once you breed confidence, you breed acceleration. Once you breed acceleration, bro, there's nobody that can stop you. Exactly. There's nothing that can stop you. But the point, you have to get to that point of all the success, bro. You have to really lock in and start trying stuff. So if I could go back to being 18, 19, then I would just try more stuff early and just try hard on it. That would be kind of my recommendation for anybody that's in Gen Z.
And what about that person that they've been in business maybe a year and a half, and they haven't seen the results that they're really looking for? They're having some doubts. They're having, they just want to figure out the next step that they should take. What would you say to them?
I would say get a mentor in the space that you're in to see if they can correct the wrongs that you're having. Because 9 times out of 10, the thing that you're doing, you're not the first to do it. So the people that are successful at it, figure out what they did and see if you can plug that into what you're doing, or you can find fault in what you're doing to fix it. And if they're like, hey, this isn't for you because you da-da-da-da-da, then go to something else. Yeah. But if you're doing something and you have a passion for it and other people are successful doing it, find the mentor and figure it out and plug and play whatever systems or whatever they got going on, and that should help you. If that doesn't help you, then you might have to try something else, especially if it's not your passion. If it is your passion, then you just need to drill on it and make it better. If you make whatever you're selling better, the business will get better. Doesn't matter. If you make it better, more people will tell other people about it. It will get better. So if you just focus on making the thing that you do, the thing that you sell better, then it'll just sell more to a wider range of people because people will talk about it. So that's what I would recommend. Maybe your product sucks. Honestly, truly, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, maybe your product actually sucks, because if it was that good, then you wouldn't have to run ads to push it.
Yeah.
If you run ads selling a bag of shit, nobody's gonna buy it. Like, if you sell ads selling gold, then okay, cool, you can ramp up. But you have to make sure that whatever you're selling, whether it be a product or service, you're thinking about the customer first. And once you do that, you won't even have to worry about selling it. All you have to worry about is fulfilling all the demand for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's great, bro. Y'all got any last questions?
No, I just appreciate you coming on.
This has been a phenomenal episode. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright, for coming on. Anybody watching, look, bro, just pay attention to this man, because he is one of those people that you need to, I'm not saying you need to keep an eye on him, but he's someone that you're going to want to connect with, going to want to become involved with, or going to want to be able to see what he does. So if you could share your Instagram or where they can find you.
Oh, yeah. So Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and Facebook, all the same as CEO.twright. All of them. So, yeah, like I said, I respond to DMs. I respond to messages, all that good stuff. So if you need help with anything, just go ahead and DM me and I'll help you out.
Yeah, that's it. And this has been the Pure Intentions Podcast. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Send it to the group chat. You know what I'm saying? Send it to your friends. Send it to your auntie, your mama, everybody. And stay tuned for the next episode, because it's going to be phenomenal, just like this one was. And this has been the Pure Intentions Podcast. And we out.
We out. Gang.